We're going to the knife store. Hey, this isn't so bad. I've passed by this place about 1,000,000 times on the highway over the years, and I've never gone in. So let's go check it out. So what I'm doing here today is looking for a knife, but a very specific type of knife. A knife that has a shape I desire. Let's go look for it. So this is what a knife store looks like. This is the weirdest looking knife I've ever seen. This must be a futuristic knife. Genius. Uh-oh. We got wooed up in here. Oh, that feels, excuse me. Sheesh. He must work out. Look at its head cake. Hey, I used to get spanked with one of these. It's got a nice heft. Okay, now we're getting to knives. Look at all that Damascus. That's pretty. Could really cut someone in this store. I think there's definitely something in here I might be able to use. No. What? Nunchucks. Awesome. We got horny knives, plastic knives, metal knives. We even have dimply knives. We got knives coming out of our knives. I wonder, do they have a butter knife? That's the real question. See this guy, he looks like he might be able to help us, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you know of a knife that would like to live inside this banana?
I think we've got a few knives that could live inside this banana.
Okay, take me to them.
We've got our CRKT minimalists over here. Those, few of them that'll even work with the curve of our banana.
Oh, yeah?
Also got these guys with a slight curve in them that could work well as bananas.
Maybe something that is a little less right-angling. So this is called a what?
So this is going to be a kukri. We've got a nice aggressive curve right there. You'd have to do a little bit of work to the blade shape, but that could match up.
Let me see here. Actually, that would work. Would work. What is your name?
My name is Quinn.
Quinn? I'm Bobby.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Bobby.
Nice to meet you. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this kukri, and I can pay for this with a banana, right?
I don't know about that. I didn't hear about that sale.
Well, fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Let's do this. This is a banana. And this is a knife. A kukri, to be specific. Originally developed in Nepal, the kukri was a melee weapon. And melee just means it may lay upon your skull quite swiftly, thus splitting it in twain. Anyways, the way we're gonna make our nanner knife is first by creating a pattern. Now we're just gonna find out where we want the handle to end and the blade to begin. Oh, that feels kind of nice. Honestly feels quite ergonomic. We're doing very scientific things here. About there. Yeah, that looks good to me. Now we need to figure out where we're gonna grind this blade down to. You know what? This would be a whole lot easier if I removed the handle, so. Oh, come on! Like that. Now we can lay it flat against the design because there's no handle to get in the way. Once the blade shape has been finalized, we'll go ahead and use our laser blade to cut out first the nanner, then the blade itself, which we will then lay on top of our kukri and trace around it so we'll know where to cut with our angle grinder. So, okay. All right, now that we got this cut out, we're gonna need to grind it back down to this line. We're gonna need to grind. We're gonna need to grind. Oh, hi, honey.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Okay.
Now that we have all the pieces cut out, we're gonna need to weld these two pieces together to create the tang. Well, I don't have a welder, but I do know someone who does. Dada,
Biscuit!
will you help me glue these together, please?
No,
Oh, okay, then bye.
weld them.
I don't have a welder. Thankfully you do. Okay, let's do it. Wood and plastic. Perfect thing to weld on.
There we go.
Stop being old.
Well, this table is lumpy on the bottom. It's not flat.
You're lumpy on the bottom. As you can see, my dad is an expert welder. You know what? If it holds, that's all that matters. Doesn't have to be pretty.
You don't think it's pretty?
I mean, it's pretty in sort of an artistic way.
Pretty bad.
Pretty moldy.
We're set to weld.
Perfect.
I want you to get something on tape.
By the way, these things don't run on tape anymore. It's digital.
Oh, yeah. I just want to show you how I disconnect this thing.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious, Dad? Seriously, that does not seem safe.
Yeah, that's because I unplugged it at the wall.
Oh gosh, But notice I didn't intervene.
That was the reaction I was hoping for.
Thank you so much for helping in the creation of the nanner knife. This is welded perfectly. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And everyone, this is my mom. Say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
All right, love you. You know what else I love? The sponsor of this video, BetterHelp. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more accessible, and in my experience with them, it absolutely is. For example, it's online, it's remote, and after filling out a few questions, they can match you with a credentialed therapist in as little as a few days. What is so great about taking care of your mental health is that it has this cascading effect, where you start having the energy and motivation to take care of things you may have been putting off. So it's not just your mind that will be put in order, but literally your life. As you all probably know by now, I've struggled with depression, which can make even the simplest tasks seem insurmountable. But with therapy, which has helped my depression, those tasks have slowly become something that I can bring myself to take care of. Like I mentioned before, it is super easy to get signed up to BetterHelp and get matched with a therapist, so I put a link in the description which leads you to betterhelp.com/BobbyDukeArts. Clicking that link not only helps support me personally, but you also get 10% off your first month so you can get connected to a therapist and see if it helps you too. If you're struggling in any way, please consider therapy with BetterHelp. Okay, now that we have this thing welded, we just need to clean up this area on the belt grinder, and then we can start creating the banana. And to do that, we are going to need some wood. This wood, to be exact. We're going to need to create a few different layers, and in order to make layers, we're going to need to cut it. The reason we need some layers is it'll just be way easier to show you, but it has something to do with bananas. Actually, not really. I'm a liar. I just lied again. Because I'm not a liar. Wait. So, the reason, if you haven't figured it out yet, why I needed all the layers, here is gonna be the middle layer, and then this will be glued onto this, and then this one will be glued on top of it, and then when you open the banana, this will then be the sheath, this part of the banana, and then that will slippy slide like that, and then this will be glued in place like this. So all we gotta do now is glue all these layers together, and then we can start carving. Idiot. Now that it's glued up, I'm going to temporarily glue the two halves back together using some Total Boat Thick. That way it basically turns back into one piece that we can then carve. I also removed the black outer coating from the blade and gave it a good polish. Okay, now that our nana is at this point, the next thing we need to do is carve it. And in order to carve it, we need to go to the shed. But before we go to the shed, we need to go to the shed. Ow! Okay, in order to carve a banana, you must think as a banana. You must feel the banana. You must touch the banana. You must be the banana. And then you might as well go ahead and eat the banana. I'm just kidding. Actually, you just have to look at its shape and then copy it onto the piece of wood, which is basically the premise for all sculpture and carving. Let's look at the shape. It's curved and has these facet things. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you look at the banana in cross-section, you can see it's not just a round or oval shape. It has these sort of flattish spots and sort of ridges. Then it obviously gets smaller and pointier. And how am I going to carve it? Well, with tools. Carving tools, to be exact. I'm going to be using my rotary carver. And the bit I'm going to use to start this whole thing is this one from Sabertooth. I actually really like this bit. And just like that, our banana is carved. Now, the next thing to do before we paint is to sand it. And as everyone knows, the song goes, and don't sand your banana unless you're alone. I feel strangely relaxed. All right, let's finish putting in the rest of the details. Before painting, we need to prime it. And I'm not talking about that drink British people love. The stuff you put on before the paint. It is the next day and our nana is dry. And it's still red. So we're gonna need to change that into, well, a yellow. And what I'm gonna use to do that is my airbrush that I bought years ago and don't know how to use. All right, let's see what's in here. I always knew one day it would come in handy, and I didn't think it was to paint a banana, but here we are. Like I said, I don't know how to use it. I'm gonna read the instructions real quick and get back to you, and then we'll start painting. Yay! Okay, well, this seems to be surprisingly simple to use. Just put some paint in this little bitty reservoir, and then once you turn on the machine, it pressures the tank, and then you push down this little button, which releases the air, and then as you push down, you just rock this back, and that increases your paint flow. Now we just gotta mix up the color, poop it in there, and then paint our nanner. Due to the nature of airbrush paints needing to be very thin in order to work, you need to apply a buttload of coats to build up the color. But they dry pretty quick, so it didn't take that long. After the yellow, I added just a whisper of green to the top and bottom. Then went back with some brown and a brush to paint both belly buttons and add the little scrapes and dings. Oh, you're this way. The nanner is complete. Basically, now we get to put the knife inside of this. That won't be too difficult, but the hard part, gonna be breaking this back apart without messing anything up. The only problem is I don't even know where the break is because the paint completely just filled in all the cracks. So, let's... Okay. Oh, that's not good. I'm afraid to look. Oh! Wow, that actually worked way better than I was expecting. I don't know why, I just thought something would go wrong. But it didn't. Hooray! Okay, so now we gotta put the knife in there, and then... Hey guys, it's finished. Tony Tree Trunks.
May I come in?
Actually, we've got some...
Thank you very much. Mr. Duck.
It's Duke, actually.
Whatever. We understand that you've been working on something that has potential to change the world as we know it. And my associates and I would be very interested in getting involved in your process.
Look, I have nothing but respect for the Ape Mafia and everything you guys do for the community, but...
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Who said anything about an ape mafia? We work in, waste management.
Sure, Mr. Tree Trunk, I'm just not comfortable having you here. Could you please...
Huh, would you look at that? Is this your family?
No, that's just a frame I bought at Walmart and forgot to take the stock photo out.
Well, then I guess I'll stop monkeying around, Mr. Dunk. We can either do this the easy way or the hard way.
Look, you can't come in here and threaten me, and you can't have my invention.
Well, then I guess it's on like King Kong.
Don't you mean Donkey Kong?
We don't respect that barrel-tossing clown.
Are you okay?
Oh, Bobby! You really should have listened to me, Mr. Dork.
Okay, now you're just doing it on purpose.
I hate to do this to you. It breaks my heart. It really does. But I'm a gentleman. I won't let you go out without a final salute. Here's a toast to you. And a life, mostly well-lived. You know, the backsplash in this kitchen is gorgeous, I must say.
Nicole installed the backsplash, you damn dirty ape!
What? Gwen Stefani said it best. This is bananas. B-A-N-A-N.
Banana knife. 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 Banana. Banana knife. Banana knife. Banana knife.
Well, see you later. But wait! This is Jacob, and this is Jacob Jr., and I want to give them and Karate Works a huge thank you and shout out for helping me with the guerrilla fight scene. I totally couldn't have done it without them, so if you live in the DFW area and you're interested in learning more about karate, kickboxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or Taekwondo, you should absolutely go check them out in Benbrook, Texas on Highway 377.